Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to my channel if you're new. So I am Pranali. I was a student at the University of Westminster. I've been living in London since over a year now, and right now I'm doing a full-time job. This is just a background for you guys if you don't know who I am, if you're new to my channel, and if you're seeing me for the first time. So on a daily basis, I at least get 5 DMs asking about accommodations and how I found mine and how you can find yours. So this is a perfect video for you guys if you are looking for an accommodation in the UK and in London. I'll be sharing my experience and I'll be helping you guys find yours. Okay, let me just give you an overall idea about accommodations in the UK. I'll be specifically talking about London because I've lived here. I'm guessing it's pretty much the same all over the UK, but yeah, I'll be speaking more about London. So there are two types of accommodations. So the first type would be a private accommodation, in which also there are like two different types. First one will be a shared one and the other one will be like a studio one or your own personal one. So in the shared one you get your own bedroom, but you have to share the kitchen, you have to share the bathroom, and you have to share like the common areas like the living room and stuff. But in the studio one you get like a apartment to yourself, which is a bit costlier because obviously you're not sharing it with anyone. The whole place is to yourself, and sometimes the bills can be excluded and sometimes they can be included if you're lucky enough, and same goes for the shared as well. In most of the shared houses in London, the bills are included, which is a great thing because as a student you don't have to worry about paying your bill and rent separately. It's better that you pay all of that together. So now I'll be talking about the second type of accommodation, which is the student accommodation. You get a lot of facilities as compared to the private one, because in private you are usually living in like a house or a building which is not specifically meant for students. It can be like a residential building in which there are different types of people living in. But in student accommodation, there are just students who can be from the same university as you, because these accommodations are like placed around a specific university. So whoever is going to that university will look into live in a place which is like closer to the university. In the student accommodation, you can find many facilities like a gym, a pool, study room, but I'm not talking about all the accommodations. Most of them have like facilities where you can just go around, chill when you have nothing else to do. But in private, you can't find all of these things. And maybe that's why student accommodations are slightly expensive than private ones. It's because A, it is near to your uni, and secondly, it has all of these cool facilities. This brings me to the sponsor of this video, which is Amber. Amber is an online student accommodation service. Before I talk more about Amber, I would like to show you the site because I know it can be a little overwhelming since it's the first time you're looking for an accommodation. Okay, so I'll be sharing my screen with you guys. I'll be putting it up on this part of the screen and I'll show you how the website looks like and how it works. Okay, so firstly you'll type amberstudent.com in your search bar. I don't know what it's called. I'm sorry. The website opens up, obviously. So the first thing which you see is a search bar which helps you search your accommodation on the basis of your university or the city you're going to live in. So for example, I'm going to be putting my ex-university, which was University of Westminster. University of Westminster. The next thing I have to select is the campus which I went to. So I went to the Malbone, I don't know how to pronounce it still. Search. Okay, so let's start with the left part of the screen because the whole site can look overwhelming because it's your first time doing it. So let's take it step by step. First, you will start with deciding how much you want to pay per week. Okay, so I want to pay 200. No, not 200. It's too much. I think I'll be okay paying 160. Awesome. Then, do I want an entire place? Do I want a private room or do I want a shared room? So, personally, I would like a private room. I don't want an entire place. I don't want a shared room. I want a private room. Okay, next. How do I want my bathroom? I would like my bathroom to be shared because if you want a private bathroom, it can be a bit expensive, which I can't afford. So I'll go for the shared bathroom. I have no problem sharing it with other people. I'm totally okay. So yeah, on the right hand side, you can see like a list You can see the accommodations. These are like pretty cool. They are not bad. And then you can also see how far you want it to be. So if you go on to the sort section, you can see the options. You can see the nearest one. You can see price low to high, high to low, or newly added. So I want to see the one which is near to my uni. So I'm going to click on nearest. Okay, so I like this one, new mansion house. It looks good. Okay, so I'll select that. New mansion house किधर गया? Okay. So I'm going to go through the pictures of it. It looks pretty decent to me. I mean, this is decent, guys. If you have like very high expectations, like I want a glamorous one, you have to pay a lot of money for that. But this is really good for the price you're paying. It's £108 per week, which is how much? 108 into... Guys, I'm very bad at math, so let me just calculate it for you guys. 108 into 4 weeks. Okay, it's around 400 to 500, which is amazing, which is awesome for London. And you can also see what facilities they have cleaning facilities, they have laundry facilities, they have a study area, which is great. And then you can read like a short description about it. You can see what universities are near it: UCL, Imperial College of London, King's College, which is great. Then you can read what amenities do they have. They have laundry, they have study room. Then it's safe because you have like 24-hour security and CCTV thingy. Then in your room, you'll have a comfortable bed. You have a desk and a chair. As students, we obviously need a desk and a chair, which is very mandatory for doing our assignments and stuff. Then you have wardrobe. Obviously, you need wardrobes. And the best part here is the bills are included. As I mentioned earlier, we as students don't want to get into the trouble of paying bills separately. But then it's always like you can't find the right one during your very first try. For example, now I'm looking. The single room is for $235. It's expensive. I'm going to look for more. And that is the main thing about house hunting. It's that you can't find the perfect one right away. You have to keep on looking. You can't just give up. You can't say I can't find it. Okay, so all of this might look a bit overwhelming and you won't be able to find the perfect room in the first go. It's not possible. Trust me. It's never been possible. Okay, now let's talk a bit more about Amber and how Amber can simplify all of this. They will set you up with an assistant who will guide you through the entire process, from finding the house, from doing all of the paperwork, and then finally making the payments. So you won't be doing all of this alone for the very first time, because when I was finding my first ever house in London, I was not doing it alone. I was doing it with a friend, and that kind of helped because we both were new at it. So it was a bit less stressful, but yeah, it was stressful. It was not completely stress-free, but yeah, we managed to do it somehow. And the second advantage of doing it through Amber is that they have live viewings, and I cannot stress enough about it because when I was looking for a house, I was looking for a private one. And some of the agents there were so rude. They were not even letting us view the house through a video call, and they were not sending us videos. But that is not the case with Amber, because Amber is quite aware about all of these things, and they don't want your life to be difficult when it comes to a house hunting process, because just looking at the pictures is never enough. You need videos, you need live proof about how the place actually is. Then a personal tip I would like to add is looking it up on Google Maps and in the real view thingy. It's when you can actually look around the place. I don't know what it's called. I remembered. It's called satellite view, I guess. It's when you can see actual roads and you can see the area around your accommodation, which will be like helpful because you will know, okay, this is the place I'm going to live in. It looks okay, it looks decent. And then you'll gain a little bit of trust about moving. One major plus point about Amber, it's that it's not only in the UK, it is all over the world. So if you're looking for accommodations in Canada, if you're looking accommodations in Australia, they have rooms all over the world. So I'm only giving this example because I've been here, I've lived here, and this is what I can tell you from my knowledge. So yeah, to wrap it up, Amber is a website where you can find student accommodations very easily and very quickly. Amber believes in the philosophy that booking can be done in 3 easy steps. So once you go onto the link in my description and fill out the form with all of your details, also the place you're going to live in, an agent will reach out to you with a list of options and then you finalize it. So once you've finalized your place, they will also help you through the paperwork, which is another huge thing in apartment or accommodation hunting. You have to go through paperwork very properly because there are some conditions written in the agreement which you have to pay attention to, because if you don't follow any of those rules, you'll have to pay like a fine, which is not awesome, which is not great, which is not amazing. So yeah, always go through your paperwork very properly, take your time, read अच्छे से, and then only sign it. And lastly, your accommodation is booked. So once you're done with the paperwork, consider your accommodation is booked. All you have to do is make payments and that's it. I hope this video helped, and if you're looking for a student accommodation, this might help you out, and if it does, do let me know. And if you have any more questions, let me know in the comments below and I will try to answer as much as I can and as best as I can. Thank you for watching. I will see you in my next video. Bye.